Of course, there are difficulties. It's not all, it's not Christmas for everyone. Do people trust only surgeons with white hair, senior surgeons, or surgeons with no hair? In a way, yes, but this is kind of changing now, because now if they trust surgeons who are more on social media. Now the things have gone from seniority to social media seniority. So you will have to build a little bit of PR. Your public relations have to be good. That's how you will get the patients. Initially, life will be hectic. Initially, you will attend to emergencies if you are in a surgical branch most of the times. See, in bariatric surgery, emergencies are very few. Once in a while, I may have to go at night, maybe once a month. But in the residency phase, the early practice phase, emergencies, working on Sundays will be there initially, like maybe 4 or 5 years at least. In most big surgical branches, you will require a team. Like the people I work with, the associate surgeon, anesthetist, you have to build a team. This is the biggest drawback. You don't need this in a medical branch. You are individual, your own. All you need are patients. But here it's not just patients. You need people to work with. You need a co-surgeon or maybe two co-surgeons. In bariatric surgery, I need a nutritionist or a psychologist. You need hospitals to operate. You just can't open your clinic and work. These are some things, but over time, you find your way. And the actual earning, the true money that you make, is not what the patient feels. If the patient goes to the hospital and gets operated by you, and the patient has paid 1 lakh rupees for the surgery, surgeon does not get 1 lakh rupees. Don't be under the impression that all money goes in your pocket. It is rewarding, but it is not absolute. You will get a part, a percentage, which will be anything between 20% to 40%, depending on your seniority. So actual earning is not what the patient is paying. You are getting some fees, so that will hurt you, that I took all the risk, I got the patient. But you are using a hospital service. You are hiring associates, people to help you. All of them have to be paid. So what comes in your pocket will not be what the patient is paying. It will be some part. So these are some true to life. But if you get enough numbers, it doesn't matter. That's why in one of the earlier slides I said, if you have your own hospital, actual earning is entirely yours. Because what goes to co-surgeon, what goes to hospital, bed charges, everything actually goes to the hospital, which is you. That's why having your own setup is good, but not everybody can do it. Otherwise, you should have enough numbers. Then actual earning becomes a big number. The last, who should opt for surgery, or rather, who should not opt for surgery. And I will not just speak of general surgery, it holds good for orthopedic to some extent. Like, who should take it? You should have some inclination. I went for it because I had inclination, or at least you should be neutral. You should not have a dislike for it. If you have a dislike, throughout your residency, you will be cursing yourself. Kyun liya? Why did I take it? Why did I take it? If you're neutral, it's fine. If you have an inclination, even better. You should be okay with starting off late. Most of me and my peers, most of us started making money in the late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. If you're doing MCH, at least till you're 32, 33, you will be completing your degree. In that period, you will get married, or maybe have children, or maybe later. Real money will come few years after you are into full practice. It won't be from the time you start. It's not like that. You should want the heart of action. You should want to be in the thick of things. You would want to intervene and not just write a prescription or do minimal invasive procedures like angiography and all. They are not as thrilling as a proper surgery. You would want, instant outcomes. Like a patient comes with some illness, I do a surgery after which he is fine. It will make me feel, yes, you will be the hero. But remember, you want to be the hero, but hero can become zero when there is a complication. There are two sides to it. So 99% of the times you will be a hero, 1% there will be a complication, maybe patient may not survive. You should be okay to take the blame and you should be able to handle it. Okay, you should be able to handle it. Which over time you get the hang of it. There are enough rewards if you want it. So these are the kind of thought processes you should have, that you will get a monetary reward if you work. It takes time to settle, but once you settle, you can have your work-life balance and you should want to be in the thick of things. These are my main 2-3 pointers for if you are considering taking general surgery. Everything else eventually will materialize. If you work, it will materialize. MS, DNB, it's fine. It should be a good institute. You should have good seniors. Whether you want to do MCH or not is based on your appetite. If you want to practice in a metro, if it's a niche branch, you will have to do MCH, otherwise it gets difficult, right? So these are some of my takes on taking general surgery.